Tobi Amusan left us speechless once again. Making everyone proud, we saw her earning 2 gold medals on the final day of the sports tournament. The Nigerian athlete ran as fast as the Flash, executing excellent strategy and performance. This, of course, meant that during the competition in Birmingham, she ended up breaking not just one, but multiple records set in the past. So now, in this video, we're going to talk about how Amusan set the Commonwealth Games record for the 100-meter hurdles race. First off, let's talk about the world record holder from Nigeria. With yet another outstanding performance on the 100-meter hurdles, Tobi Amusan has set the running world on fire. Winning the women's 100-meter hurdles competition, Amusan clocked 12.3 seconds, topping the previous games mark in the process. After a slightly slower start, she came back to finish perfectly over the finish line, 0.17 seconds ahead of Jamaica's Brittany Anderson, who took home the silver medal, and Britain's Cindy Sember, who won bronze after taking first place in the semifinals. The American Kendra Harrison's benchmark of 12.2 seconds last recorded in July 2016 was bested by the Ijebu-Ode-born athlete who's currently just 25 with her outstanding performance. Amusan proved that her achievement in Oregon was not just a fluke by winning at the Commonwealth Games. During this time, she even ended up breaking the Bridget Foster Hilton of Jamaica's games mark of 12.65 seconds established in Melbourne almost 16 years ago. With this accomplishment, Nigerians have been over the moon with joy. Their country has now won 31 medals at the current Commonwealth Games, which include 10 gold, 8 silver, and 13 bronze. That's pretty crazy for any country. The nation is now officially just 1 gold medal short of tying its 1994 record of 11 gold medals. Next up, we have Tobi Amusan claiming that the race was nerve-wracking for her. Amusan felt that even though she easily won the race, she didn't perform to her full potential and could have done better. During an interview after her final victory, she described how the race had been mentally exhausting and stressful for her. Even though we can tell her performance was remarkable, she didn't think so. The athlete claimed that she knows when she executes a race smoothly, but this one was just not it. She went on to explain that she believed her first 5 obstacles might have been the problem, but then after that, she was able to gather her strength, refocus, and complete the race flawlessly. What's more is that Amusan also stated that she had sincere faith in her abilities, but, much like we thought, she didn't anticipate setting a world record at these competitions. We think she was just as shocked as we were. She knew that she had been faster than the others, but hadn't realized that she left them all way behind. Her sole purpose was to perform well and win, and as we can see, the rest just came after that. She tried to maintain her composure and give it her all during the final. So, the athlete expressed her deepest gratitude by dedicating her medals to God, her family, friends, and also her Jamaican coach, Lashina Golding Clark, with whom she has trained since 2016. These people were basically her entire support system during her journey. Lastly, has Tobi Amusan been on fire lately? By setting 3 African records of 100-meter sprints in the last 10 months, we can confidently say that the 25-year-old has been in excellent shape recently. Amusan ended up smashing the hurdles record last month at the World Athletic Championship in the semifinals in just 12.12 seconds. This proves that her speed is out of this world. We've yet to see someone as swift and agile as her. The 25-year-old put up a courageous performance in Eugene, Oregon, to become the first Nigerian ever to earn a gold medal at the competition. Following her victory, there were some touching moments in Oregon as the Nigerian national song began to play. An emotional Amusan was seen sobbing in a video on social media while the anthem was being sung during the award ceremony. That was definitely a touching moment. Much like this, she even managed to defend her African Championships title during the World Athletics Diamond League held in June. Amusan broke the record with a time of 12.57 seconds. As of now, she has been declared as the very first and only Nigerian who has won the titles of African, Commonwealth, and World Champion in just 1 calendar year. We can say for sure that her country is very proud. And now, for some other related news. First off, let's talk about how Claressa Shields plans to conquer after defeating Savannah Marshall in the upcoming tournament. When Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall square off for the undisputed championship next month, Claressa Shields has sworn to show the world why she is the greatest woman of all time. On Saturday, September 10th, the 2 undefeated fighters will put all of their belts in the line in a long-running middleweight rivalry match that will take place at London's O2 Arena. Despite the verbal sparring the two have engaged in, the 2-time Olympic gold medalist and reigning WBA, WBC, and IBF champion Shields has nothing but regards for Marshall, a fellow living legend in women's boxing and the WBO champion. But she's determined to establish herself as the ring's supreme ruler. John David Jackson, who was previously a 2-weight world champion, has been in the 27-year-old Marshall's side since her 6th professional fight with Hannah Gabriels. He's He's been keeping an eye on her as she works out in Miami. Jackson believes Shields has faced better competition since turning professional, which will be evident in September. Shields lost to Marshall in the second round of the 2012 World Championships, while still an amateur, marking the only loss of her career to date. In the meantime, Shields is putting a lot of effort into her training and avoiding any nightlife temptations in Miami to get in the greatest form for much anticipated winner-takes-all fights with Marshall. Next up, Serena Williams claims that the countdown to her retirement has started. The legendary U.S. tennis player Serena Williams declared on Tuesday that the count has started to her retirement. The 23-time Grand Slam champion said in a statement on Instagram that there comes a point in life where we have to choose to take a different path. When you cherish something so much, that time is indeed difficult. Her love for the sport is evident, but the time has come where she has to concentrate on becoming a mother, achieving her personal objectives, and finding a new, exciting version of herself. She intends to enjoy these final upcoming weeks of her career. Now, at the 2017 Australian Open, Williams, who had been reportedly carrying Olympia, achieved the last of her 23 Grand Slams. She has yet to add a 24th major, which would have tied her with Margaret Court for the most ever. Sometime this year, she'll make one final effort at the US Open in New York. Williams played on a tough court for the first play in an 18-month period on Monday in the WTA Toronto event, where she defeated Nuria Parizas Diaz in straight sets to go to the second round. After an amazing and long career, Williams is now ready to make her final serve and put her racket down for good. And finally, Renuka Singh stormed to a career-best 18th spot in the ICC Women's T20I player rankings following a strong CWG 2022 campaign. Indian cricketer Renuka Singh, who finished with the most wickets at the Commonwealth Games 2022, has rocketed to position 18 in the ICC Women's T20I rankings for bowlers. Renuka has made her first top 20 appearance thanks to her 11 wickets. After this performance, she rose 10 ranks in the rankings. Additionally, after being displaced by her captain Meg Lanning just a few weeks ago, Australian opening batswoman Beth Mooney has reclaimed the top spot for hitters in the ICC Women's T20I player rankings. Mooney finished the Commonwealth Games on a high note, leading the competition in runs scored with 179 after a 41-ball 61 defeating India in the championship match. With this previous week's scores of 70 not out over Pakistan and 36 versus New Zealand, she's moved 18 points ahead of Lanning in the rating standings with 743 points. Having held the top spot twice previously in her career, from October 9, 2021 to July 26, 2022, and from March 8, 2020 to March 21, 2021, the 28-year-old has now seized it once more. Talia McGrath, Mooney's teammate, has maintained her incredible ascent. She has played in 14 games and has a batting average of 93.75 and a bowling average of 13.66, which guarantees her a top 5 position with the bat for the first time and a spot on the list of all-rounders in position 12. That's a wrap for this video. How do you feel after finding out that one of Nigeria's best ended up being a world record holder? Do you think anyone will be able to beat this new record? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.